Sonia Bell, we reporter be dey talk to some people na free tongue for sake of the January 6th. Rebel war outside them people they have been call on government and salon people for do thing then we go make the country continue for enjoy the peace. The program where they listen to na Good Morning Salon where they come to you from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. You self get the opportunity for be part of the program by way how we can send a text message to the number 077 981 981, or you go to Already Democracy Facebook page and drop your comments there. And we'll begin this edition. My name na Yeno Kabia.
And me, Adeyemi Jackson, the program Good Morning Salon, they continue and we take look at another issue inside the program. The chairman for the War Wounded Soldiers Organization, retired Corporal Farmer Jallo, say injustice, corruption, tribal and regional division, bad governance, and so upon the thing that will make the war kind of salon. Retired Corporal Farmer Jallo, retired Corporal Farmer Jallo talk this inside one interview with Radio Democracy. Also, he talk about his experience as soldier man for circa the January 6, 1999, where rebel them become a free tongue. He talked more to me inside this interview.
My experience at that time, what would you call January 6, 1999, a very bitter one. We're not a good experience at all, because since 1991, when Sierra Leone envisaged war, that was on the 23rd of March, 1991, in a place called Bomaru, in the Kalaon district. Rebels have not been done ever invade Freetown, when at the capital city. Not until January 6, where the rebels enter inside Freetown. Then say the rebels come inside Freetown like manners coming from heaven for invade the city. You find out, say, a lot of garrets them burn house system, kill people them, cut hands, then do boku bad things them, then adopt men and women them, carry and go, use women, abuse them sexually, adopt boys them for make them go perpetrate more mayhem against Sierra Leoneans. So now a very, very, very bitter one where Freetonians and their experience inside January 6, 1999.
At that time where the rebel come, you not be waiting at the army.
I mean, I've been serving soldier, and I've been then I'm in barracks, now Wilberforce barracks. And unfortunately, I'll not be able to take part for fight against the rebels and for pull them out of the capital city, simply because me been already deformed since 1994, April 16th, when I lost me two eyes them. RPG back blast been born me two eyes in our front, so I've not been a see. But surprisingly, my brother, at that time, I've been fight very hard for make I get a rifle on me on when I AK-58. As a well-trained soldier, we get what we call trooping and assembling. Any soldier so far for no dandy. Then if you know how what we call weapon handling. So I must tell you, say, as I be all the thing and day, I've been get a weapon on me on, and with the hopes I for secure myself, because we colleagues them at that time, they most of them don't tongue for go fight against the rebels and for drive them out of the city. So indeed, a bitter experience I get, but I've been there, I'm in barracks, and thank God, nothing no arm me, and nobody know arm me. I thank God for that one day.
You don't deal in the army for a very long time. You fed some major parts of the war until you can get problem with your eyes. As a soldier, what do you think say that some of the causes are responsible for make the war come?
Make for understand, say, at that time, regional divide, political party, indifferences, tribal sentiments, nepotism, and all the rest, So some of them think they are so, nine come with injustice, nine come with war, and marginalization. All them things and they now contributing factors them, according to Fode Sanko, say, now for injustice is a fight for. Because at that time, they want to make Sierra Leone be one party state, country. So Sanko say, not to that one day, but the way and manner where Sanko wage war against this country was not a good one at all. A very, very, very bitter experience. At the end of the day, what is Sanko been effect for? What he not been effect for? He not able to achieve his aims and objectives, and it was very, very negative against Mama Sierra Leoneans.
An organization within the War Wounded Soldiers Organization, you get a membership of your colleague them will be sustained injury during the war. As we talk now, when they get any support from government or other organization then?
My brother, we know they get no support. If we get support, I must be very honest as a Christian for say it loud and clear. and tell the organization or the government agency, department, or ministry, thank you. But as it is for now, we know they get support too. We only thank God for one retired Colonel Fande Toure, Minister for Trades. This Christmas where a pastor, he was the only Sierra Leonean, the only philanthropist we able for call we now you building and give away a half bag of rice to each WIA. He sent the Waterloo personnel then yon, then we will then a Western Urban Nayaso, he able for secure up to 40 personnel them Christmas entertainment. That is a half bag of rice and 200,000 leons inside envelope for each of we colleagues them. We're really grateful to Colonel Fande Toure. May God bless her. Rather than that one day, we know they get no support from government, neither from any other quarters. And we expect that the Ministry of Defense for don't able for champion we case. We know they ask for no humanitarian assistance or favor from Ministry of Defense. Now for make them tailor we case. Now we entitlement. Government supposed to pay we get arrears to government. We have for tailor all the arrears then they since we Parliament don't ratify a certificate of motion for the war wounded them. From that year day 2010 to the present date, we're not able to forget them monies and they at all.
That now the chairman for the War Wounded Soldiers Organization, retired Corporal Farmer Jallo, they talked to me inside the interview day. The say injustice, corruption, tribal and regional division, bad governance, are some part of the thing that will make the rebel war come na salon. The program na Good Morning Salon, and they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy, 98.1 FM. As we mentioned earlier, I said, today we go look inside some of the bad things that will be happen inside January 6th and how government and salon people go do things them for make the country continue for experience peace and will not come back again now the country. And today inside the program we get Dr. Julius Spencer, we're a first time Minister of Information under the Pakaba-led government, and also at that time the minister when the rebel become Freetown. And also we get the current Minister of Information, we're in a Chenoba, we also there in the studio. As I mentioned earlier, for say January 6, 1999, the Civil War be officially come now Freetown, who said members in the Revolutionary United Front rebel become the capital city, and according to reports, then become who said cut food, rape, and also do some other things then we plenty people describe say not good for humanity, and for can look inside some of the impact of the January 6th and also waiting government for do, and also our salon people for hope for ensure say they continue for maintain the peace. Make we get Dr. Julius Spencer, we na first Minister of Information, and also Chenoba, we na the current Minister of Information, and we expect also somebody from the Human Rights Commission we go come join with us now at the program. Make I come over to you, Dr. Spencer. You at that time now be Minister of Information, but as a citizen, what na be your experience at that time when the rebellion come na the capital city, Freetown?
Well, I can't talk as an ordinary citizen at the time because me not to be ordinary citizen. Me not be minister at the time, responsible for information. And really I've been sort of in the middle of waiting in the happen because even from around January 4, it's been clear say the rebel go inside Freetown, but them non begin come. January 5, I jump na me motoka. I say I go see waiting to happen at Hastings because them no attack the burn the checkpoint and so on. I drive go there, cross, pass through side, you go say na no man's land, you know, see nobody. Go na the Komon-Tok base, you know, see nobody. Eventually we meet Sunday the body then I road. We see somebody they kind of limp. Now me drive and I been OSD at the time. Sit down in a rebel. Now it took speed, reverse, we come back come. January 6, late night, 9 the rebel enter Freetown. Maybe in the Namios. But that thing they have been a monitor police frequency. I been get handheld where they monitor what's in happen on the police frequency. I hear then they talk, what's in they describe what's in happen. At some point we realize COVID and don't take Pakaba, then don't Gona ferry. The ferry barely left government work for the rebel overrun that area there. So we been here for try for see what you can do for stabilize the situation. Commoner Mills gonna radio 98 at the time in the up signal hill. Getting for turn on the radio begin for broadcast. I call Ali Bango, I can meet me there later. We're going for broadcast. Try for calm people them, get people them for dinner and host because one of the major problem where come up when they get in a crowd. At the time, it not been quite clear waiting in the gun, go waiting the rebel them in the do then the people they already non capture in some way be non join them, woman them with baby in a back and all kinds of things. And then they put before as if then they run away from the rebel then. So the crowd just they come like then they before. So I come out being a problem for fire them. So now so then take enter. And at some point you begin hear gunfire from different side them. Even at Western we begin hear gunfire because apparently them don't infiltrate them in a different location in the city. So when the main force come, the other and even at Western I will be force here. I will be force rebel them in the day. Then say begin for attack. So for me, I left my wife and picking in the house or go up in the station and the rebel them the can that's in there the Oyo village. The rebel them the cow hill station now. But I left instruction I've been getting some Ekomog guard them, two of them I go with one. Tell you and see if the rebel in the Kenya let them jump na me motor me picking me son me can drive. Let them drive go now over first by Canada then do.
Okay.
Then reach there and truck them a guard post. Later now find out they didn't a guard post. So anyway, bottom line, which I also want for say, yes, January 6-9 the rebel and reach Freetown. But as Corporal Farmer talk, the war don't start from 1991. All that period this war they go on, people and they died and do all kind of atrocities upline. But a lot of people in our Freetown not been particularly they take and seriously. But not been believe say them go reach Freetown. So when it happened, people them in a way be caught unawares, even Ekomog. Because at the time where the rebel enter Freetown, Ekomog will not reduce the soldier them in get na salon.
Okay.
At the time Freetown now one company when about 200 soldier man they no more been in a Freetown for guard the city. So the rebel them in virtually for overrun. Got up, we get some loyal soldier them we been on join Ekomog and then all the rebel in a Congo Coast Bridge. Then able for cross the then try for Kangaon Peninsula, same thing they all them by then God reach side. They're not able for enter. If they are in a Congo Coast not being old then for overrun the one old city.
So one go want for ask you at that time you now be the current Minister of Information. When we not get the news for say the rebel don't come at the capital city, how metallic for the government?
Well, I think say we get a lot of panic. In fact, from waiting I gather later, a number of the minister then one then go a friend way for go hide, or some man in the friend way for left the country safe. Because girl, you can't blame them. The advantage when me been get, I've been on the Utekomog for about 9 months before that January is before I can be minister, etc. So me been get quite a bit of military experience. I don't do situation where gunfire and so on. So me not been afraid so. But other people then when I don't get that experience, they obviously been very terrifying. And if you imagine say you're a minister, you say rebel and they enter the city. If they catch you, can imagine waiting get go happen to you. So obviously a lot of panic been there. And then we then carry Pakaba go. Basically President not been there. And for almost 48 hours, we not been no side Pakaba they safe. So we've been left to a few of we for try for Marshall, in them, even when we impose curfew. Nabi, I think we 4 or 5, me, Ali Bangura, Abdullah Mustafa, Sheikh Mansari. Now we make the decision for impose curfew because Ecomo Committee we say, look, the crowd and too much na street, we need to get people off the street for not going for operate. So impose curfew. I think that'll be midday. We start the curfew. And then we begin shift time as Ecomo they take control. So the government been there in disarray. money not been this safe. We not even get money for buy fuel for motorcar then, because we see the TAP in bank the all side lock, and contingency plan not been there for that kind of thing. Now me being for the go worker, go na petrol station, fend the owner, do a coping station, cancel. If I not trust them, trust fuel to government vehicle them. We go pay later. For let government, even Ecomog, for let some of them vehicle and get fuel. Now that you been get for do. So we been get a lot of what you go call confusion during that period day, until the situation stabilize. Pakaba come back. Well, and bring and come back.
Doc, the war bin start na Salon March 23, 1991,
Mhm.
and then come na Freetown, the 6th January 1999. So wetin government be dey do at that time? The war be don start na upline. Then when come Freetown, now wetin una be dey do for still say the war not take over like I may take over, and the bad thing them will be happen inside January 6, 1991 happen na Freetown.
Well, the war go through three governments.
Okay.
First, na be Momo. Now under President Momo, the war start 1991. Then AFRC overthrow. No, NPRC overthrow Momo 1992. NPRC been there in control for until we get election 1996. During the period when NPRC been there in control, they even get for bring what you call a machinery for can help for the war. And the one they then come, they may really create an impact and drive the rebel and Komon-Tok and all that kind of thing. When eventually signed the initial peace agreement with Pakaba, the first one we then sign, then Greece the machinery then for go, all kinds of things for happen. But then obviously the rebel not keep to their own side for the Sanko Co, then continue for attack until and again because of the coup we happened 1997, the AFRC coup, we then overthrew Pakaba in for go Guinea. Now the AFRC been in charge, and then call the rebel for can join them. The AFRC called the area for can join them. In fact, they make Fode Sanko deputy chairman of the then government. Now at the time Fode Sanko been in fact in Nigeria, they may not arrest in Nigeria, but they still announced as the deputy. So you been get a lot of things that were happening where it been difficult for really stabilize the situation. So when and then Ecomog can help for support the government. Ecomog in fact been this alone when the coup happened. Then try for reverse them, they're not able. So AFRC continue for a while, and eventually the war begin for end when we get the Lome peace agreement. 99. No, so yes, 99. After January 6, after that now ECOWAS sort of get more deeply involved, try for book a peace, sign the Lome peace agreement, and then Fode Sanko then designate him as chairman of mineral resources something with the status of a vice president. We not even fully understand what that means.
People they say the war na senseless war, and according to you, the war be go through different stage then before it finally come na Freetown 1999. For people where they listen now, they're waiting at some of the causes them of this rebel war.
Anybody where they say a senseless war, no know what happened and how the war start. If you call it senseless in terms of some of the things that we the rebel do, but the cause of the war, I can always say, all man for try read the TRC report, that chapter we then call antecedents to the war. The thing that will cause the war, then lay out very clearly corruption, injustice, and then lay blame on the judiciary and the police for the widespread injustice we've been to take place.
Okay.
Nepotism, all kinds of we've been to go on. All 1999 lead to the war.
Dr. Spencer, we go only there for now. Program na Good Morning Salon, and they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. We go for this short break. After that, we'll come and continue with the program.
We office generator, they give serious problem. Paddy, you know of any generator shop or generator supplier we go able get good quality generator for buy rent?
My sister, the only solution to your problem na integrated power control solution wey don dey do generator business for over 20 years na the country, and then they carry quality generator there for sale and for rent from the UK with the original spare parts, control panel of different type, and the industrial connection cable. IPCS gets good quality air conditioner with inverter where they use solar and na so e easy for use. With IPC, you no get nothing for worry but power business. E like how big the factory be, you house, your business place, your office, IPC ready for give you 24 hours electrical, either by solar or generating plan. For no more but IPCS, go number 2 Moriton Road, Freetown, or you can call in at the number there 033 618 619 076 618 619 088 618 619. IPCS, meeting your power needs.
We're trendy and youthful, we're UBA. We are here to make your life better, stress-free and easy.
UBA is here to say Merry Christmas to all our valued customers. With our end of year remittance promotion, we receive money worldwide from Africash, PAPS, Western Union, MoneyGram, and RIA at any of our branches and stand a chance to take home exciting gifts such as rice, oil, sugar, tea leaf, luncheon meat, milk, and more. Hurry up and get a share of these exciting gift items. Don't forget, this promotion runs from now up to 15th January 2025. For more information, contact us on +232 78 200 200 or visit us on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, X, and Thread. UBA wishes you and your loved ones a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. UBA, Africa's Global Bank.
There's loans and more.
Do you know you can transfer money by airtime and pay all your utility bills in just a minute? You can have access to your accounts anytime, anywhere. Welcome to the world of fast and easy. GT Wall. With the GT Wall, you can transfer money from one GT Co account to another, pay utility bills, get account statements, get airtime, and check your balance. With GT Wall, you can buy Excel anytime, anywhere. You can go to App Store or Play Store on your iPhone and Android devices, download the app, and enjoy. GT Co. Wouldn't you rather bank with us?
The program now Good Morning Salon, and they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy, 98.1 FM, as we mentioned earlier. Today we will look at some of the bad things that will be up on inside January 6th, and also how salon people and government go work for ensure the country experience war again. And we get Dr. Julius Spencer, when a first Minister of Information, China current Minister of Information and Civic Education, and we don't join at the studio Victor Lansana, lawyer Victor Lansana. Lawyer Victor Idris Lansana, we are the vice chair for the Human Rights Commission Salon. Chinoba, you don't hear from Dr. Spencer, you don't explain your experience at that time and also how Timbi Talek na the country, and you from the insights we play, we don't hear it from the causes them. One talk about injustice, corruption, regional divide, nepotism, and others them. Waiting some of them things here, so now things that people feel say are the causes of the war, and then things here so still they happen.
Well, I think important for us just take a moment as well as a society on a day like this. For remember the one that we've been lost their life, we've been sacrificed for that we be free and for that we get democracy. And for also honor the service and the sacrifice of people like Dr. Julius Spencer and be an ordinary citizen Well, initially in 1997, and then he go and train and they with the soldier them. By the way, for give you information, now the first, I believe, say in the history of Salone, now the first people in this, we get the concept of something non go viral, underground communication. Me, I remember say me eyes they open as a child politically when I've been listen to them on 98.1 within the broadcast at the time, I believe, from Lungi. Every Sierra Leonean, including where life been there at risk, now being requirements than the even them for little people that open that radio within we host them, we listen to the golden voice of Dr. Spencer at the time he been go by another name. I think I've been Joe Williams, if I remember correctly. And then we been get Abdullah Kim and Yebu Dumbuya. I think 3 Sierra Leoneans they I believe say that in sacrifice they will make for standouts, especially as Minister of Information. I want to really commend them and commend this station when a product of Dandy. We don't continue this concept of public engagement. The reason we make it important for Stats Day, now that most times people like for free, like say, we'll not move it, we'll not change it. We don't come a long way from the days we've been there in 1999. I've been there Wellington Olwaf with the rebels and Camp that day. I remember very clearly what happened. I remember also I would sleep. I remember running out of my house. I remember joining them people and they till we reach Texaco with firing happen. With people and drop dead next to me. I remember walking on top of cops. I remember sneaking into one good Samaritan in home. Okay. We opening the moats. We allow me and my mama for go inside. I hold my mama hand and I think say this will be the last moment of my life. So we being there, we privileged for survive the war. Understand the gruesome impact of that war, that fear and all that thing. But as a society, to your question, my brother, we on a journey. I talked yesterday, say important for let not measure station. Let we think about what with man called trajectory. Not who say team up, but who say you they go towards. As a country on information, last year MCC look at we, for example, in those days we're not being had no access to information. And then say on the question of access, freedom of information, when they review we get over 93%. That's a significant progress we don't continue for make. I don't know for Sidon and I know me brother then we'll talk about the multiple challenges that which make some of me in this job where they, even when you disagree with me, even when I don't sleep, even when people in the pull-out statements condemning, disclaiming, all those things. But I believe say the public get a right to information and at the effect for that information, they let them get on there. Because our members say that that is the essence of democracy. And that we for continue for open that space and get that debate. And we don't change this country. Okay. Now we get people in the can together. So yes, we get problems with corruption. But when President Bill kind of power, MCC been the score in the 40% on the concept of control of corruption. Today, consistently, we don't make over 70% on each and every one of this independent score. So on that, we'll not reach 108. President Bill vision is for we'll get to 100. But we did in the right trajectory. You talk about things like national, you talk about justice. This Criminal Procedure Act with a non-just pass. You look at thing the way I remember Justice Bramark, they talk about this the other day. These are something we don't work on for years about how we need to change the old archaic laws. Even on the safe motherhood, by the way, talking of old archaic laws. The law we they now from 1861, 163 years old law, we say elect the mama they die, who for force and for keep the belly. These are part of the reforms that we President Bill don't look at, sometimes controversial but bold leadership, as he say, and say for move this country forward, we for do the right things. Jury, take gender equality, women's empowerment, 30% of elective and appointive position. It double and triple percentages of women both in cabinet and in parliament. These are significant steps in the right direction. We don't reach there. Oh, you bet we not reach there. Now, President Bill sleep. now making cabinets, now make it put pressure, now make we get performance contract, now make we need for get and continue conversation here, now make 98.1 need for day, now make we need for strengthening journalists then right for criticize we, for talk, but we also need for fight for the truth. Because at the end of the day, if you create a society where opinion, no just people enjoy the can no more and come after you and destroy you and talk lie, they're not a fact-based society, not a society that way they keep peace, not a society that justice. So we need to find that fine balance there.
Mr. Minister, as my colleague asked you, they talk about injustice, corruption, and all that thing because they war and the thing they don't talk say this current government don't do. He thinks as a nation we don't move come from some of the things that will be cause the war as we the presently.
I believe and I know say a lot of people and they will get different views on this, but we assess the fact as a society, and this is not just one government. This is not APC, SLPP. As a society, we don't make big progress. We don't make some major moves them away from Musa Ubinde during the war. But beaucoup of the effect, the thing that will lead to the war, then still there. We get a young population, 70% of the population of this country, they, I think, below 40 years for sure, right? Many of them still not get job. Many of them still they struggle there for things like that. But condensing them, for example, on the question of democracy and access to power, would that be one-party state before they get up to the war? We move from there. We are now a functional democracy. We get the opposition at parliament. No journalist not in this country where they write down a jail for what he say, not one. You know, we get a civil society space that is open. People and they able for criticize the government. The world don't open. All man get access to information on the phone and they move around. I don't mention corruption. There's a greater awareness of the issue of corruption by the people of this country and they seek for justice. Every year now we all discuss the Auditor General report because we all are citizens. They go, they win as citizens, we active, we engage. We get people and now we're not even in a studio, we're not journalists there with IDs, but are bloggers. Incredibly powerful. They no more can decide today what we all discuss about. It don't put journalism in the hands of ordinary citizens. All of them in them day that steps them, as I say, in the right direction. If tell we say the discussion that would get, you take the tripartite. Now, part of, you know, I like for quote my old boss. I used to get the privilege for work for the former British Prime Minister Gordon Brown. I've been in staff, and he like for say, he said the thing about democracy, it's the first 100 years. Democracy is a long, slow, painful, sometimes process. You know, it solve democracy. You know, they create democratic culture overnight. But even the last election, the discussions they will get, and then the tripartite, and then the recommendations they will get, and are part of a maturation of a democracy. Because in the past, maybe if we don't devolve into all-out conflict, if we don't jump in the streets, there are some people, some ambassadors, and I think are not can government it why we this talk to. Then they believe, then be confident, say after that election, no matter the outcome, facts they come out of this country. I've been telling say no, we not live here. We will be there. We know say the people of Salona want violence. That's a sign of progress. The opposition, even walking away, is a sign of progress. Say before we go fight for and then disavow. So that the president in leadership calling for peace, setting up that process day, that's a sign of progress. So I know say some people just want to focus on the thing the way they go bad, and I agree say but thing in the way will not get right yet. But Nadande will they continue for focus on. But the country as a whole, as a people, we don't look at peace, we say that this we value. We look at violence. People in the way they out of this country traded and they call we for violence, traded and they manipulate some people. Now, check the past 2 years. They don't call say nobody no step in the street. You know why? The people of Salon say we won't forget a conversation and disagree, but we know they choose violence anymore.
So in relation to that, the people go and say, what thing governments don't do for say unable for engage young people, especially the one they were born inside 2000 for telling say because people go say them people and they get mind past some of the things they do in the rebel one and then people they do. So what I don't do for say unable for go back now the drawing board and tell them say if we do this and this now going to lead to war and this because the war will be
in fact, you know, I think this is now one of the most important questions. Yesterday I've been there with the chief minister, we discuss the lessons from the war. And one of the things that we'll talk about, you know, we brought out Joseph Kaifala with the Monuments and Relics Commission. Don't they always ask And the TRC be recommend say make January 18. So the TRC say will not choose the day of the darkest day of the war, but we'll choose the day we will get peace. We pack about declare say the war done as the day of remembrance. So remember say we'll not forget it back. The government of Salon, President Bio and government, they work towards making that happen. So we'll get that particular day. But beyond that, President Bio now first come and set up a council for civic education. And then I don't set up a whole ministry for civic education. And just at the end of last year, as you know, we launched the first civic education strategy. Now we get a strategy backed up by UNESCO and other partners, where they look at comprehensively how they engage the citizens of this country for think about the history of this country, not just from the period of war, but even before the war, even before colonialism. And this year, I will show you, say, we prioritize public education on the history of this country, on the things that will lead to war, on the things that we don't divide with, on the ways that we then can't try for slice and dice way apart, and what we need for do as a citizenry for commit to love Salon. Now, one of the number one pillar of the civic strategy say, let we elect this country and for let elect the country for sabi the country. You for understand the country, you for treasure the country. You know where you go now other country, they when they sing the national anthem or then do them pledge, you go see citizens in the hold their hand and cry because they remember waiting other people and do for good in this country. Part of the challenge we get to your point that we don't share that history there to we young generation. And I go show you, say President Bio, the reason we create a ministry for civic education. Now, because now somebody we committed for to do this, and you will see and hear more and more as we continue for do this across the country.
Continue for the between the program in name na Chenoba and in the Minister of Information and Civic Education. Continue for the between the program as we go for this break.
UTB Union Trust Bank, the game changer don't come. As we the lead, others they follow. And just with your mobile phone, you go transfer and receive money with ease, speed, and safety. UTB don't make it possible for collect money na ATM machine without the ATM card. Now that's we call cardless ATM. You, the UTB customer, go send money to anybody and deposit and collect the money na any UTB ATM panel without any ATM card. All it can do now for this enter the reference code and collect the money. The UTB copper in safe day. With this UTB copper, any UTB customer can transfer copper with a mobile phone to anybody up to 5 billion loans. And with the reference code, the person can go to any UTB branch and collect the copper. Union Trust Bank, we there for you.
Sarah, what I don't come for you. It's not what I wake up for you. It clean be up for you. Sarah, what you don't hear waiting Sierra Water don't come with.
Sierra Water? What's in there?
Now they don't get the most advanced and best food lab na the country.
Talk to. But Kate, wait to. Advanced lab? Na Salonia? Kate, they explain fine.
Then lab they test any batch of water where they produce. They make sure say every drop clean and pure before they put their water na the market.
Look where they call it back. Anyway, this don't make I trust them more. And now I can talk am with me full chest. Say that the water no one gets this kind high standard for me.
Me I know say once na Sierra Water I they drink and they give me family, me at it cold because I know say na the best water na the country. For more information, call 077 600 000. Pan quality, we na the best.
Emo?
Yes, darling.
You say you no get money this evening, but I take notice you come with boku provision them. Make it no be say na trust you don't go trust them provision ya.
You don't wonder you say me trust? When you they talk about the magician and banking business na the country, Zenith Bank they number one. You see them Cardia na me an, then call them Visa and MasterCard. I can use them Cardia, take money na any Zenith Bank branch na the country, any side, anytime, and any hour. I can use them Cardia, do payments na supermarket, hotel, restaurant, pharmacy, or any shop where get POS machine.
You can use them carrier do online payment for goods where you want pay for online. Any banking transaction where you do with Zenith Bank, you must get bank alert for inform you the client about your account transaction, or can even send notification via email or mobile SMS for you where can do deposit or cash withdrawal. For more, just go to Zenith Bank their office na 18 and 20 Rodin Street, Lumley, Kleintown, and Wellington Freetown, or them branch them na Lunge Airport, Bo, McKinney and Kenema, or can call 076 418 482 and 088 044 238. Zenith Bank, in your best interest.
The program na Good Morning Salon, and they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Today we look at some of the batting that will happen inside January 6, and we don't talk to Dr. Spencer, Julius Spencer, when our first Minister of Information, Chinoba, when the current Minister of Information and Civic Education, and we come over to we other studio guest, when Victor Lansana, when the Chairman for the Human Rights Commission, Vice Chairman for the Human Rights Commission of Salon. Victor, you don't hear from Dr. Spencer, and from the insights we don't play, people don't talk about the causes. And some of them causes also get for do with human rights violation, get for do with injustice, get for do with nepotism, regionalism, and the Human Rights Commission be born out of the Truth and Reconciliation Commission reports, where we set up the Human Rights Commission for looking into the causes them of the 11-year civil war. But people still get this thought that then things just will cause the war still they happen, and the Human Rights Commission now one of our responsibility now for looking to human rights issues in the country.
Yeah, well, thank you very much, 19.1, for giving the opportunity as a commission for talk to people because the more we talk to people the more we engage them, the more we believe they will be enlightened, they will know about the human rights, and they will also know about their responsibilities. I want to use the opportunity on behalf of the commission for congratulate Dr. Spencer and colleagues them will be actually put out their lives them, for we gain peace, because the information we give out, like we cannot be the say. I mean, then they would they even listen to radio and that would bathe them. I still remember, I get a vivid memory of that. So it tells you that these were men and women we sacrifice, their life and their families, and for make sure say we get we get stability. And I also, on behalf of the commission, I want to use the opportunity for express with profound sympathy to the big families of January 6. That will be very horrendous moments. I mean, it's a tragedy way I never seen in my life, because I witnessed this live. You talk about, going back to your question, you talk about the causes of the war are still prevalent. They are still there. They are there, but they are not as they were before. We've come a long way as a country. Mark you, we don't hold about, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 elections from 1996 to date. We don't transfer power from one political party to the other. In 2007, we get Dr. Ernest Baikoma, we take over the SNPP government over Pakaba. In 2018, we get President Mandabio, we take over the APC government of EBK. In other countries, if you look at other countries, transition has been a very, very critical moment, with long cause even instability in some other countries. So Sierra Leone today, with all the challenges we agree we face as a country, it's not the same Sierra Leone 15 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago. It is not. I mean, say what you may, the progress I concede is slow, but we are making progress.
Okay.
We are making, I mean, I'll learn on this. We're making progress. There are some areas that we still remain challenging. And this is the area where, for we as a commission, we get so much interest and passion about. We look at the economic rights then. We now the rights then we actually they make Motamange dignity. We are still challenged as a country. So, for instance, if you look at the right to water, the right to health, the right to work, these are serious challenges where you still face. The minister talk about 70% of the population now youth them, now young people them, so to speak. And many of them are still jobless. That should be a concern. And it should be a concern for government, but not just for government, for every Sierra Leonean. It should be a concern even for those who are in opposition parties. Because when a government, when a country is stable, when a country able to provide jobs for its people, then there's stability and then there's growth. So for we, I'm over 40 years now. The same way I be the taught water, I'm 8. Why be the way Abbas Academy for book me uniform? It is the same thing today. Usa Komon-Tok na Kisi, I dey see where young people they still they undergo. We don't get some progress, but the progress very slow in those economic rights. Then
Victor,
let's conclude on this. We still get challenged in addition to all of this. I don't say in electricity, but then I want for this opportunity for at least from all of the discussions we're going to get over the holidays to say thank you to EDSA. At least they do some work. I see some stability in the provision of electricity, but we still have a long way to go. But today also, we don't see the right to education. We actually now they make motaman. You're able to take care of yourself. You're able to feed your family. You're able to get respect in your community and within your family. Government don't do very well in making sure that they provide the right to education. There are several challenges around that, but the fact that today young people, parents them, able to take them picking from nursery 1 to the end of high school, Victor, without paying. It's very important.
You mentioned earlier, say progress don't be made so far, but one goes say looking at the access to justice, that's still a challenge. Looking around at the human rights violations, them where they occur, and other things them where they happen, one go be intend for acts. Waiting at them progress here so we don't be made. We face with some of the things that we cause the war.
Yeah, so as a premise to that question, there is no society that is perfect. Whether you go to Sri Lanka, whether you go to America or UK, all of them, they have their own challenges. So there is no society where you get a perfect system. The issue about the right to justice, I heard Dr. Spencer say, indeed, the TRC blame the judiciary and police, for injustice. That is correct. It's very clear in the TRC report, and we all saw it. But I will tell you also that today, what we have as a country, it's not the same we had in 30 years ago. Access to justice still remains a challenge. However, as a commission, doing monitoring across the country, in police cells, correctional centers, in the courtrooms, we've seen that there is progress, there is marked progress. So today, for instance, you have more judges, you have more magistrates across the country, you have more courts. I'm sure every district in this country now has a magistrate court. That creates access to justice. So that if people feel aggrieved, allow them for saying. Create a platform where people will feel free for go when they get grievances, for go to and get redress mechanism. So that is why the courts have been expanded. The judiciary don't try to expand the courts across the country. And we as a commission, we have been monitoring. Yes, we also acknowledge the fact that there are magistrates courts across the country. There are more judges, more magistrates, and the judiciary don't expand, don't take the services to the doorsteps of Sierra Leoneans. However, we still get an issue with the actual dispensation of justice. What does that mean? That yes, people get access, which we applaud the judiciary. They get access to justice. They get access to the courtrooms. But when they get that access, their cases will be clogged up for a long time before they are determined, before the court decide, then the access to justice still becomes, a challenge. So, that is the reason why I say it's a mixed bag. We still have challenges, but then we also need also have tap on the back as a country that we have made marked progress.
Okay, Victor, we will come back to you inside the program now. We will take break.
Any hour where you sleep and wake, you dey ask yourself, wetin GT Bank get for we again? Well, GT Bank gladly for tell you say, anybody can do MoneyGram and real money service na any GT Bank branch near you and receive gift wey go make you at gladly. E no mean say pass you be GT Bank customer. E like you not to customer na the bank. Just waka go na any GT Bank branch near you and do you real money or MoneyGram service and receive fine gift from GT Bank. GT Bank, it go better. You bank with me.
Salon Commercial Bank don't come with new banking products them for make life easy. With Million Online Bank and Million Mobile app, you can able for use Salon Link money transfer for send money to anybody. It let you not get bank account. Transfer or receive money na the same bank or any other bank. Transfer money to person or office. It let you not get the account number. Buy Exalite, pay other bill them, and now get advanced salary. You don't need for worry again, but almost money then you earn. Because you can able for pay for things the way you buy in a supermarket and other shop them with the quick response code payment. That button done for the boss man them. With Beyond Online Direct, you can upload salary, pay all your supplier them, sell forex to Salon Commercial Bank, and watch your account anytime. If you need the app, download them from Google Play Store or any Apple Store or go to Salon Commercial Bank website www.slcb.com. Sierra Leone Commercial Bank, delivering value.
The program where they listen to na Good Morning Salon and it comes to you from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. And where they bring come this edition, my name na Kabia.
And Adeyemi Jackson.
And Victor, let me come back to you as they talk about access to justice and all. But plenty people go tell you say access to justice don't be one big challenge because they can go, if they get case, they go to the judiciary, they know how it can turn like. The owner and the Human Rights Commission in any way una don't engage government or some of the findings them where una don't they do, more especially when it comes to access to justice in the country.
Yeah, this is what we do on a regular basis. We do monitoring of the courts, and when we get adverse findings, them we engage the Chief Justice for discuss the issues that with them, and then find solution. We don't need several interventions, in the courts around people, and the human rights, we are at risk. I'll give a classical example. We have done several, but because this one is somebody a lot of people know. For instance, Kamarimba, when when they go to court, go through the processes, and then his bail was withheld, and he was convicted or so. We, as a commission, having visited him on several occasions, we saw that in health was a serious challenge. We engaged the Chief Justice. In fact, we wrote, apart from merely engaging, we wrote to the Chief Justice saying that what we have seen, yes, the court don't grant bail, but the bail conditions were too difficult, almost impracticable for make able for go by them. So we wrote and said you have to consider on the human rights perspective that the health condition of this guy will deteriorate. And further to that, we also say that the prison officers, the prison authorities, they themselves came out to say the condition of this man has become unbearable to the extent that they're not able to provide medical services for him anymore. So we quoted all of those instances to say you have to give this man an opportunity for seek alternative medical care so that he will go and take care of himself, when he feels better. Because a man could only be given the opportunity for defend himself or for face the justice, as the case may be, when he fit and proper, when he then need the right frame of mind. So based on that, based on the several pressures, we put on the judiciary, and of course, I don't say with other, lawyers and other people, we now, he was given the opportunity for making go seek medical care.
Okay.
So these are things we do on a daily basis. But before when I go for the break, I do want to conclude on this issue of how do we go? We have seen, we all acknowledge the fact that there are challenges. Progress is being made, but then the progress may be slow. How do we accelerate the progress? Now, as a commission, we are calling on government for fast track the constitutional review process, which has taken for a very long period of time, 30 years or more now, since we begin to review this constitution. One of the reasons why we need for fast track this review is that when you look at the makeup of the constitution, we are able to call winner takes all.
Okay, Victor, we'll come back to you.
Okay.
You can't tell waiting the commission they recommend to government as we go further. Now we come over to Dr. Spencer. As Victor don't talk about some of the progress they don't make, and according to you, maybe they talk first. One part the thing then we because they want injustice, people know they get access to the justice system, and the TRC be blame the judiciary. So you know somebody who be don't work those days under as Minister of Information, then now access to justice. How you able for it now?
Well, not just only access to justice, as Salansana say, now the dispensation of justice. Because forget access now one thing, but let them dispense justice fairly now other matter. 1993, I've been there Pademba Road Prison. I meet young man then they we swear we see them come up, then they go join the rebel them. Why? Because they believe say they were treated unjustly. Then you get man the way, then go arrest na treat until you come watch film, then get an account treat corner, they keep comping police can they arrest them for loitering. At the time, the maximum sentence for loitering have been 1 month imprisonment. So until the man only 3 months in a prison, anytime you go court, you say you're not guilty, they remand them back. Past one day, now somebody go tell and say, "Paddy, next time you go court, just plead guilty." Where you go plead guilty, then sentence unto 1 month, but don't do 3 months, so then free them. So you get all them kind of things and they been happen. Now, yes, the minister say they don't pass this new act. But hopefully go deal with some of the issues then they. You get magistrate and judge, then they remand people in custody for minor thing them. You get people they're not able for get justice. Well, thing then don't change, yes. Then they are two. The time where me na be minister will not be get legal aid board, for example. So if you not get money for hire a lawyer, and in that pass you go defend yourself. Now get legal aid board, at least where they try, they defend people and we're not able for defend themselves. We get Bokutin and don't change. But still, the problem we'll get in a saloon now, not to just waiting government they do or not they do. People them, individuals, either within government or outside of government, will get some level of power. And then they misuse that power. So the injustice, not to from government level per se, now so much, as individual them, we believe say they get power, then they use them for oppress other people then. You know, the war, the tell the war starts. Freedom of expression not been there. You go in a motorcar, taxi, and they go on side, and they keep talk, but whatever they criticize. Past you see one person say, now they near CID say entire, go inside under. Now informant. You go say this man been they criticize government, they arrest you, charge you for waiting. Careless talk. You get all them kind of thing and they happen. Now you know they happen again. The criminal libel law, and don't repeal them. The death penalty, they don't repeal them. Yes, so progress don't make. But still, as I say, something then they happen where they continue the injustice. Not to so much as I say, not to so much government as government, but individually. Either they in a government or they get some power, or people that are outside of government where they oppress other people. Then. So then at one level, what we need to address. The Human Rights Commission, they try, but as I say, Bokutin and they will still need for be done. Yes, as the minister said, we don't make major progress. Boku side them, but thing and they will still need for pay attention to. And I think the government need for perhaps pay more attention to waiting some individual them, both inside government and outside government they do, with the oppress other people them.
Okay, continue for the between of the program. In name that Dr. Julius Spencer, we're now first Minister of Information. Will they come over to the Minister of Information and Civic Education, China Bar? You don't listen to Dr. Spencer and also Victor from the Human Rights Commission. One key area therefore do with access to justice, and also apart from access to justice, freedom of speech. Now also many people they consider as major challenge. You talk of the reforms that the government don't they make, but still some of the areas they also still they face with challenge.
On freedom of speech, important for the family and also the TRC reports mention some of the draconian laws, then like the criminal libel law women in the country. That law they been say again, that law in a pattern law they were referred to from like the one we deal with right now in this abortion conversation. A part of the archaic law them they with the TRC reports be particular for that. Successive presidents them promise for end the criminal libel law. Pakabawe Olman know as a UN person, great leader, respected leader in Odwa. And Eskroma talked publicly many times that Ingo put an end to criminal libel. He didn't do it. One person, His Excellency President Julius Madabio, not just talk, he get the courage and the leadership at the time for Duam. He decriminalized libel na salon. Very important for let people to know that. I make again this conversation where they get about abortion, it's about decriminalizing, and then move forward and think about how do you regulate going forward. So when you talk about freedom of speech, this country is an open country. All my journalists, as I say, everybody did not vote. Look, yesterday people they all kind of cost force. So like the facts they did, so you put the video, you see the fact. People can talk. People blast them all over now this country. We all now, then people know they meet up back, we sit down, we talk, we play and laugh because that's not part of the progress we don't make. On justice, the new Attorney General and Minister of Justice. I mean, I think my brother VI go appreciate this because the AG come off from a human rights background. I've all been the human rights clinic in Afrabe College. This man don't work for global international vision for justice. You say justice, you get for be tailor-made. You talk about how it for be customized, not to one size fits all. So we think about what people need now. Bo is different from what people need now. Bond Island. My papa come out. So the vision we get, we President Bio gets, and we in the camp can implement. Now for make sure say the challenges that we did. One of the things that we, by the way, some people know they talk about in the past. Dr. Spencer talk say go na prison and he meets young people in there and say we should come out to go na war. Now, inside this government, we get one of the public leader there. We don't make him as part of in campaign for say if anybody in a prison for fine for money, he say he go pay for the person in some places them for let them pull them. Yes, we need for reform for make sure say we not keep people in a prison unnecessarily. But also not in a signal. President Bio, me don't dey multiple times we don't talk, especially about them petty crime there. Remember loitering, things like that. This government, as part of the reforms there, ready and willing and don't take the steps for get rid of them crime they use today, for when they not like you in a purpose you the pass no more. Then all you know more then go lock you, then say loitering. Me now when I be in college students, once in a whole win a beach, the police say loitering. I say me also in a beach where I didn't go they go na beach. You not like when you talk to a normal certain way, they all you. They say loitering. Because loitering that been just a broad offense. Again, it no mean say at the Sidonaya and talk say the problem then a salon don't done. If the problem then be non done, we know it deny yourself. No need no day for the government day. We get plenty problem. But me come up from a tradition we say if you don't make small progress, you acknowledge that. Not like you picking. We born. We wale waka. We take the first step. You applaud them. When you applaud them, then you get the confidence for let's take the next step. And as a society, one of the problems there as well will lead to the war. mass illiteracy. What we dey grow up, we talk about Saloni be equal to an illiterate society. One president come, he decides say, by the way, plenty of people the way they talk so today, been say it's not possible to do free education as alone. So we not get the money.
Okay.
But President Bio, he do that, and they like today we are recognized as a global champion. For investment in education.
Continue for the with me in the program in name China Minister of Information and Civic Education. The program na Good Morning Salon, and we look at another issue inside the program. As the democracy, they look inside some of the things that will cause the war and waiting for do so that one will come back again at the country. Make we reporter Usman Kamara be talk to the outreach focal person for the residual court, special court na Salon Patrick Fatoma. Also a call on government for give more sabi to the public, but the bad thing then will be happen January 6, 1999, so that then thing ya not go happen again. It talk more to Usman Kamara inside this interview.
January 6 na been the day where some kind big while have been as freedom. When at the day where the Komon-Tok soldiers and the Sierra Leone loyal soldiers then try for push the AFRC and RUF man that will be come back for can't take power after they don't pull them 1998. So then come back na freedom for can't take the power. Then start from eastern, then take civilian, then boku face then come take inside the town, take can reach na state house. So then go na state house talk say they don't take power now. So when Komon-Tok begin for fight back against them, where the civilian they don't melt, the all man don't go away after they don't get a shield. Where Komon-Tok begin fight them, for let them pull out, then cause big problem. Police station, the headquarters, then go burn them, the hospital, then kill boku people, then at that street, they pile them body high one, then burn us then at Kisi Road, then burn us the all side at the eastern part, where they reach na Upgun Turntable. Now in General 5-5, when a Santigi Bobokano, when a convict right now under the special court, it is serving sentence now Rwanda. Now it tell in boss in picking them Bobo them. Instead them gonna WFP for go take the cutlass them and they ask them for come with them. Then go take them cutlass and they then come with them. This like January 6 now, then take the cutlass and then come with them. Then it tell them, now this I want to do. So then civilian and then to line them for go sued. So that gun waiting up gun, so I been there done about 45-degree angle. The first man waiting at the line I call and they come there. Then the man say wait, he said at the quarter. Then the man say no. Then I pull pistol, he fire on my head. Then the second man I call and they back don't afraid for die. He lay hand, he cut him. He call the next one, he lay hand, he cut him. Now I take the cutlass, he shift and give the small boy soldiers and them over there with them abduct, so then they can go. He said, na so una for do, not waste una cartridge again per civilian. He said, any civilian una get, una cut in hand or una cut in foot. He said, because they're not like we, na Tijankaba in government, they're like.
Okay, so what are some of the key things that will make them people here decide for do what you just explained? So,
fetch in Liberia. Some of the soldier man that way them go fetch the, then come back Salon. They're not satisfied with the way they say government they handle the fetch now. Now so they say.
Now, one thing we've been clear during January 6, now the issue of woman and picking them. What thing really happened to them?
During the war, woman and picking and them have been at the targets. This not just January 6, that one day no more than they been built. Throughout the war, have been in targets. Woman and they rape them. Then they hold and then turn them to the west by force. Then they're gonna then school them and then Kailan area force. Then Jalwan secondary school, then Shegwema. Then the old girl picking and then turn them to the west by force. Or the ordinary girl picking them within a tongue, then the older woman then have been target building for them. Because they're in that bush, they not get wife, they not get girlfriend, then they just old woman by force for their turn to them wife.
The focal person for the residual court, special court now Salon Patrick Fatoma, they talk to Usman Kamara inside the interview. They also call on government for the give more sabi to the public, but the bad thing that will happen on January 6, 1999. The program now Good Morning Salon will they go for walkabout.
Another morning again, I say, Yanga Temang, Happy New Year, boo. I say, I say, myself been decide for take holiday, man. I say, I body no to firewood, man. I say, finally, I get to the chance, small. Oh, yes. I say, you know, say the thing that this country, I say, them plenty, say. I say, you go talk, say, and now you go gain, I say, but, I say, with you work about family, I say, we the talk, man, I say, as long as we bring the issue come out, I say, want to know cost pushing, no boil pushing by walk, now we go talk, I say, I they tell you now, I say, I said, then say, God don't go, man. I said, then say, God don't go back. I say, this fire in trouble, man. I say, 2025. I say, no, 7 days, I say, I say, God don't go back, man. I say, don't go back for change the face of the country. 6 years to face no change, man. Complete 6 years to face no change. Na 7 years, Papa, the kind 7 years, so back as it just the change. 9% ask me, say, what about the change? You say, you think, say, go get space again. Not too tight. It's in a damn passport book, nothing to know, say. A presidential diplomat, I say, me no able to understand that government time there. I say, but if now we own book, I say, I say, me great, I say, you know, talking about the book. I say, una bad of mine. Now we tell you for go make uniform. Now we tell you for employ over almost 1,000 people who parade and treat like say, bio, now who plan go pull the match and so go pay go increase. I say, I saw the boss in explanation in campaign. I say, explanation in campaign. I say, if we say about money, you tell me this money. I said, that guy, they ain't the marking paper for himself. I say, he don't give himself. I said, this country na fine one, man. I said, na fine one. I said, that boy don't vex, so junior, bam, na corruption don't vex. I say, as the rest they continue, whether don't say how, you know, say, Yakbin don't talk and say, you know, down one way on the call prepare, I say, from where they say, then they suspend man, I say, man, now, I say, na lyrical game, then they play. I say, I say, that one day, you I say, in the call himself now, see, man, yeah. I say, do not, Baba, to send the rescue. I told you talk for people who arrest you one day. Not it. Uncle share money, no, I say money. I see you the take 10 nights, man. I say, you say you go get this couple for this tertiary free education affordable one. I say, you say you need the opportunity, then now you not see me not get them. Bo, I too shame for that statement, the shame. I say, oh man, away, Noah and the boat. I say, both against a man, I say, commissioning against go. I say, I was on be. No lie for me, no to show I see. Me, na Jonah Buaka board.
The program now Good Morning Salon and they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Now time for a look at some of the messages then where people understand inside the program. And this very first one where at the take from the Facebook page say, Mr. Victor, you seem to be panic. You are just in prison for this regime. Do comment on the Auditor General sacking.
From Super Caps, they say we are praying for the past war in Sierra Leone. They say during the war, plenty things happen. They say Abidena Kisi during the same day, Asiusa rebel and be caught somebody in hand, and the next person for them caught in hand. Nami and make we pray let them kind see not happen again at the country.
This one from Horatio Max Govis say, in all of this, let's remember the late Lansana Sheriff Steady Bongo and the role he played in reaching out to the rebels when it was virtually or impossibility. May his soul rest in peace.
And this one they say, Dr. Spencer, waiting that you take as the minister say freedom of expression and information they now because we don't they suicide on the old people they will say they allege say they talk them against the president and the first lady. Now so it been sound like during the time we been the minister.
This one from Mark 10, now New England, we say the memories of January 6 still remain vivid and etch into my soul. The sound of gunfire, the smell of burning flesh, and the sight of lifeless bodies still haunts me. January 6 was more than just a day of error.
And this other one they say governments really need for do the thing them way them for do may want to come again, more especially them for make sure say they work with the Human Rights Commission and other people for implement some thing them with inside the TRC report.
This one from Hassan Bangra say, Mr. Minister, government don't repeal the criminal libel law, but government still law freedom of expression by enacting the Cybercrime Act.
And the last one they say we come out from Super Caps for the now Facebook page. They say plenty party them where they be happen during the rebel war still they happen now the country. Government really need for put things in place. We will not go back to the dark days because it really not be easy. Well, that's one of the text messages there, and that's we don't come inside the program. We they come over to you, Dr. Julius Spencer, as you don't listen to some of the messages then.
Well, one asked me directly, but freedom of expression. The fact remains that it don't improve, no doubt about that. As the minister say, and me if I maybe Matagona Supreme Court for this criminal libel, for letting repeal the criminal libel law. They never call the matter say for hearing until President Bill the government repeal them. So yes, things don't change. But me say get concerned about the cybercrime law. Then there I think say Boku people don't raise issue around them. We don't pull one, they will seem forget other one now. Where then they use similar to how them they use the criminal libel law. I've been rather surprised why you see then charge some young lady for insulting the president and first lady. Then they remand her in custody. Yes, if he may not know some of the law, but insulting somebody. So if na me them insult, then go arrest the person self and charge them and remand them. I wonder. I think say a lot of the time the one that we're responsible, not to even president or anybody in our government go tell them say do this. I think say at times you can get what you call overzealousness. They want for please. So then they do things the way sometimes the person even not even aware say then they do that day. So me go urge that them very careful how then they use them law then they because everybody for aware power very transient a temporary business. It's like how we take we get power, whether you're a policeman or whether you're a lawyer or you're a judge or whatever you be, you turn the calm where you not go today. And if you don't implement in the way they other people them, the same thing will happen to you back. Okay. So meeting say yes, thing they don't improve, but we still get something that we will need for look back.
Okay, plenty thank you, joining at the program. In name na Dr. Julius Spencer, in the first Minister of Information under Pakaba, and safe na be the minister we been there during the 1999 war where the rebel Mikana free tongue. Plenty thank you, share your experience with salon people. Let me come over to you, Chen Oba, as they round up the program. We be listening to some of the messages then.
I think we get for fight for peace and want peace as much as people we want war. And part of how they show and demonstrate say we want peace now, we commitments to this democracy, to the freedom, to an open society, for whole government accountable, and for raise the questions that we citizens in the race. So President Bill don't show in commitment again on this criminal libel and open the space. You see what the ministry they try for do for open and create a debate. People then get the right for disagree with we. But let we do that there as well as we fight for that peace in a way that will not bring each other down and not bring the country down. We find a way for balance, that open democratic debate. Anybody who know me, for example, knows I love a good debate. I want you can argue, low debate on this safe motherhood bill. I believe 100% we there on the right side. I believe that. I believe say we position is right. I believe it will save lives. I believe now the right thing way a government supposed to do. But I also know say not to make it all the fact. Other people then believe different. But we can have a debate. Now then they make this a functional democracy. Let the debates be based on the truth. Let it be based on what we say. We stand by what we say. Let it be based on respect for each other. And let it never pull down the other person because we disagree with them. Now then they the values them. We go stop for more, go back to January 6th, and we'll continue to move this country forward.
Okay, plenty. Thank you, joining the program. Chain Oba, the Minister of Information and Civic Education. Plenty. Thank you, joining the program. And Victor Lansana, Vice Chairperson Human Rights. As we don't talk about different things, they don't listen to some of the messages them, and we talk about some of the recommendations them where government gets for do with the constitutional review. So you go round up with that.
Yes, thank you very much. Then text messages and then just evidence of the fact that we don't move on as a country. We get people. Today we forget public programs like this, and Sierra Leoneans they contribute. They have interest, so it's part of participation in governance. At the end up with the constitutional review process, we have been already begin for talk. Say government need for fast track because as it is now, the winner takes all. They make a lot of tension. What we lack in this country now, what we call nationhood. And accepting that a government in power is for all of us. If we get a constitution where they cater, for instance, for national unity, we will take people from other political parties for include them in governance. That will make people get ownership over government. But then I will also add that people need to understand say government yes get obligation under Section 5 of the Constitution to make sure say the welfare and the security of this country. Then protect them as a government. But the same constitution, one of the biggest law, the supreme law of this country, Section 13, it make provision for what we call duties of a citizen. Every citizen gets the responsibility for be patriotic, for be nationalistic, for ensure say they provide assistance to law enforcement officers, them for maintain law and order and the different communities. Them. So we need to understand as a country, as a people, government and citizens. Say we all get equal obligations. Government yes gets the upper hand, they get the luxury, they get the privileges. So they need for take the lead. But at the same time, citizens also need to understand say the constitution place obligation, it place duties them on them. For me, make sure say we all enjoy this country, we all contribute towards democracy and towards peace and also towards, of course, human rights. Okay. And it is only when we do that we'll be able to get a better country, we'll be able to accelerate to progress as a country.
In name now Victor Lansana, Vice Chair for the Human Rights Commission. Plenty thank you for the way you'll be part of the program today. Well, at this edition of the program, Good Morning Salon, go left you this morning. Plenty thank you to we producer Kaifa to content Jaffa Mans Davis, and also plenty thank you to DJ Sugarcane for technical support. Plenty thank you to Fatmata Samura, Elizabeth Mansare, and Mary Kamara Bangura. We make on see live now with Facebook page. We will bring this edition of the program Good Morning Salon this morning come to you. Mina Adiyami Jackson, they say goodbye.
And Mina Kabia, they say continue for listening to this fine frequency.